Can I help? I'm David, your new neighbour. I'm here to see Miss Parsons.
What's the name?
Ian Rickman. Yes, that Ian Rickman.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, just tell him.
Thank you for this. It's not much of a welcome to the neighbourhood.
Oh, it's fine. We're nearly done.
Yeah, I'm going to be late for surgery. I'm a nurse.
Well, you better make sure that you wash your hands before you go treating any patients, eh?
Yeah, I'll be washing them in bleach after this lot.
Where do you work? I'm new to the area.
I work at the Mill Health Centre.
I ought to get myself registered. I might look you up.
So where have you moved from?
Preston.
Nice.
Shame your boyfriend wasn't here to help you.
My fiancé. He's going to be back this evening.
Well, you're getting married. That's very nice. Who's the lucky man?
Jimmy. He's a doctor. He's Welsh. He's lovely. Oh, I better be going and cleaning up. Got patients waiting. I owe you one.
I'm sure you'll find a way to make it up to me.
Mrs. Chapman?
Thank you for your help. With the mill's support, I'm sure the event will be a great success.
Well, I'm happy to help. It's a good cause.
Oh, and if any of your staff want to volunteer or have any questions, do feel free to give them my number.
OK, thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Julia? Ian Rickman. What does he want?
He's organising a charity event, and a lot of our local surgeries are getting involved, so I'm going to send a memo around, see if any of our lot want to volunteer to help out on the night.
Do you know who he is?
Yes.
And you trust him?
He's asked me to be on the finance committee, so he won't get anywhere near any of the money we raise.
What's the event in aid of?
Early onset Alzheimer's.
You've got to stop him.
Lauren, it'll be fine.
No, it won't.
Look, if you want to talk about this later, that's fine, but this isn't the time or the place.
Julia?
Shouldn't leave the desk unattended. Lauren!
You can't be allowed to do this.
He's just trying to help some charity.
He's a con man. He may have gotten away with it, but everyone knows what he is.
I am not going to judge somebody by some tabloid rumours.
Vulnerable people need that money. What if he steals it? He's clever. He'll find a way.
What is the matter with you? I haven't seen you like this before.
My grandmother suffered from it. Alzheimer's. She's only 55. It destroyed my grandfather's life as well. Please, Julia. If we helped this man and it went wrong, I just couldn't bear it.
I'm very sorry, I didn't know. But honey, this project is going to go ahead whether we like it or not. Now, wouldn't it be better if we were involved? That way we could keep an eye on things.
Let me help them. I want to volunteer. I'll be your assistant.
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah. I'll get back to work. I'm sorry. It's something I really care about.
Hello? Okay, if it's just a quick vaccination, send him in. Okay. Come in.
Hi, it's Lauren Porter from the Mill.
Well, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
It was meeting you that reminded me. I'm about to go abroad and I forgot to get my vaccinations done.
Where are you going?
Africa.
Big country.
Madagascar.
Ah, I love the film. You'll need to have typhoid, hepatitis A, and you'll need to speak to a doctor about anti-malarials. When is it that you're going?
Once I've got settled into the new house.
So you've not got anything booked?
Nah, I'm a spur of the moment, man, mate.
Well, the hepatitis, it takes a couple of weeks before it can take effect.
Well, I guess I'll just have to hang around for a fortnight then. Which is good. Gives me a chance to get to know my new neighbours better.
Julia sent me.
I see.
I'm going to be her assistant. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come and introduce myself. I'm Lauren.
Ian,
I know.
better come inside.
I think we got off on the wrong foot earlier. I'm sorry if I was short with you. It can get tiring having strangers mistrust me on sight. Can we start over? I don't blame you for being suspicious of me.
For some reason, it's never the decent people who have protesters outside their house.
That man outside is an unfortunate consequence of events beyond my control.
I see. What's his name?
Eh?
The man outside, what's his name?
There's several of them. They posted my address on the internet. They've taken in turn sitting out there trying to embarrass me.
How are they doing?
Pretty well. Look, this gala is very important to me. I don't want any bad feeling amongst the people helping out. So please, just give me a chance. Can you do that?
I'll try.
In which case, I'll be glad to welcome you to the team. Perhaps you'd like to meet my wife while you're here.
Oh, is she involved as well?
Surely Julia explained. I'll introduce you. Maybe then you'll understand why this project is so important to me. Don't worry. I've been accused of many things in the press, but being a serial killer isn't one of them.
Thanks for fitting me in at such short notice.
Well, I was late, so I needed to make up the time.
Sorry, is it your lunch break? Here, let me buy you a sandwich.
No, thank you.
Well, just as a thank you for staying behind.
I've got to get on. You can roll your sleeves down.
Hey! How was it working with your fiancé?
Sorry?
Well, you said he was a doctor, so presumably he works here and all.
No, he doesn't work here. He works somewhere else. Somewhere far from here.
But you still live together. That's nice.
I've got to get on.
Okay. Well, I will catch you later.
Find us in the southwest suburbs of Birmingham. Yes, a place where you can leave the big city behind and settle in suburbia. And today,
Got a visitor. This is Laura. It's best to try and behave normally.
Hello, Heather.
And of course, the fantastic property hunting team.
It's all right, Laura.
Recipe for
It's all right.
success. Well, I am ready to meet the buyers. Are you?
Some days are better than others.
Steady on.
Lauren wants to help out with the show.
Sandra and her
Do you remember me telling you about it? The big show in the theatre with singers and dancers like you used to love.
Quiet.
She's looking for a new pack. I reckon these two are a fun-loving couple, and I know that whilst Neil likes to rustle up a meal in the kitchen, the rustle coming from the lounge is...
Go in the other room.
Sandra practicing
Easy
his
to talk about.
dancing. Steady on. So before Neil whips
Does she
her off
remember
into
you?
sunset, it's time
Some of the
to
time.
catch up with Sandra and
The shame is that it's better when she can't. I don't want her remembering her husband as a man hounded by the press, spat at by strangers in the street. Her forgetting, in a terrible way, it's a blessing.
For you, or for her.
Heather is my purpose in life now. She's all that matters.
Start afresh.
So we're looking just for you, Sandy, and Neil, you're just looking to give advice.
Great.
Do you buy all your mistresses flowers?
to us.
This feels wrong.
You could always leave.
I know it's too late for Heather, but maybe one day in the future, other couples won't have to go through this. That's why I'm doing it.
I want to believe you. My grandmother suffered from Alzheimer's. She was young. It was awful.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
If I thought that the money was going to anyone other than to the people who need it...
That won't happen. I'm just organising the show, calling in favours, getting the ball rolling. Every penny of the money raised is going to go towards research and care for people that don't have the resources that Heather and I do. I've seen that look so many times before. Distrust. And all because of something I didn't do. I just need people to give me a chance.
You've got nothing to hide.
No.
So prove it.
How?
That's got to be the maddest thing I've ever heard.
I mean it.
Compulsory meditation in schools.
Young people don't know how to live in the moment anymore. They want life at 100 miles an hour. They bring energy drinks to school in their lunchbox. And then their parents come to me and insist there's a medical reason why they can't concentrate. I just think if everyone was more mindful.
Thought there'd be no more wars and everyone would just be happy all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just think it's important. I'm the full new age package. The door's over there.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I love your spirit. You're so vibrant and alive.
I guess your wife's more conventional then.
Let's not talk about her.
I don't see how we can talk about anything else. Everything I say, you'll be comparing us. Am I sexier, funnier, more intelligent?
I just wanted to have lunch with you.
I'm right though, aren't I?
This is not some cheap affair. I've told you that things are finished between Fiona and I.
I know this game. I understand the rules. Maybe I don't want to play.
This is not some game I'm playing with you. I just need a chance to prove that.
This is Martin Richards.
Hello, Martin. Would you like a drink?
Five months I've been sat outside your house. This is the first time you acknowledge I exist.
Mr. Rickman's organising a charity concert.
Why am I here?
I want to believe he's doing it for the best of reasons. That everything I've read about him is wrong. I want to see him look you in the eye and tell you that what happened wasn't his fault. That it was all a terrible mistake, and that he's trying to make up for it. I think for our own reasons, that's something that we both need to hear.
I didn't know what was going on with my executives. I wasn't aware that the structure of my company was unsustainable. I wasn't involved in the day-to-day running of the investment department and therefore had no knowledge of the illegal and unethical activities some of my staff were engaged in.
I heard that speech before. You said it in court. That's not what I want to hear.
What do you want?
I want you to say sorry.
I won't admit responsibility for something I didn't do.
I had a wife. A beautiful wife. We invested all our savings in your company. Every single penny we'd worked to save gone overnight. When I lost my job, I told Claire we'd be all right, we had savings. Then we got the letters from the receivers. Now Claire's gone. You took everything that mattered to me, and somehow you still live in this big house. And yet you still don't have the decency to say sorry.
What's going on? Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
It's all right, love. It's just Lauren. You remember Lauren? You met her in the other room.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
He's a friend, aren't you?
Friend? Whose friend? He's not my friend.
Why don't we go back in the other room?
Who is he? What is he doing in my house?
It's okay. It's all okay.
Thanks. My turn.
No, please go on, sis.
Use cash. No paper trail for your wife to find.
I knew it was a waste of time.
So why do you sit outside here every day then?
I've nowhere else to be. She's settled. If you're still talking to me.
Can I just use your loo?
Of course.
Very kind of you to walk me home. Nobody feels safe walking home alone in the middle of the afternoon. I should warn you, I haven't got any coffee in the house, so I can't offer you any. Caffeine's bad for you.
It's a shame. You know, I could murder a cup of chamomile.
Find anything incriminating? Where did you look? My study? What did you think you'd find in 5 minutes?
You're a businessman. Surely you know the importance of seizing the opportunity. What do you keep in the safe?
You were thorough.
What do you keep in it?
Private things.
Like?
Owning a safe is not a crime. It's just something people with a lot of money tend to have. I want the mill to help get this project off the ground, so I've bent over backwards to try to prove myself to you. I think I've been exceptionally tolerant. And how do you pay me back? You try to humiliate me and you sneak around my house like a thief.
This illness is something I feel very passionate about.
Then we do have something in common. So I forgive you for nosing where you shouldn't.
I never said sorry.
Get away from me! Don't go any further! Stop!
Get away from me!
Don't go any further!
Let me go!
Come on, it's not safe!
Don't touch me!
What are you doing letting her wander out alone? It's not safe!
She must have figured out how to do the gates.
Well, what would have happened if I hadn't have been here? I helped you, now you walk away from me again. After all the respect you showed for my family, I should have left her to wander off into the road.
Be quiet. Where's your humanity? This woman's ill. Whatever he did, it's not her fault.
I didn't think you'd actually drink the tea.
Nice house.
Surprised you haven't asked for a tour of the bedrooms yet.
Oh, stop it. Whoa.
That's what we're here for, isn't it?
I'm here for you.
I know how this works.
Not with me. No, this time it'll be different. So, how are you finding it?
Our affair.
No, our book.
Oh. Everyone's raving about it, but personally I can't see what all the fuss is about.
You know, I'm trying to figure out if you're a very fast or a very slow reader.
What do you mean?
Well, your bookmark is right near the beginning. Now, either you read a page a day, or you've read it and gone back to the beginning.
I was thinking I might find something I missed first time around.
Ah. Hidden depths.
Yeah.
Figured you'd need a drink.
She's what watching TV again. Will it always be this hard? Thank you. Outside just now. It's the first time someone stood up for me in a long time.
A wife shouldn't suffer because of your mistakes.
Sometimes I wonder how much longer we can live like this.
I don't think you've got much choice.
There's always a choice.
What do you mean? You can trust me.
There's a cocktail of drugs in the safe. I paid someone to bring them over from Switzerland. They're illegal here, but it's what they use in the clinics over there.
To end things?
Yeah. Painlessly. There's enough for two.
People cope with illness. They find a way.
Why should we spend the rest of our lives suffering?
Look, I know you're hurting over what's happened to Heather, but that doesn't excuse you from the mistakes you've made. What's happened to her is terrible, but it's not your fault. But that man sitting outside, alone in the street, he is, isn't he? Where are you going?
Sorry. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Drake looked between the amulet and the girl he loved, knowing he could save only one. There was no choice. It had to be the Scarlet Amulet.
Yes! This is the first lesson they teach you in archaeology school. Come on.
I said sorry to him. Are you okay? You found the police. I did the decent thing and he betrayed me. You can't prove what I said to him.
How does it feel?
What?
Getting a taste of your own medicine.
I tried to help him.
People trusted you and you lied to them. You cheated them. I don't mind so much about losing my savings. Well, no, I do. But it's not what really stings. Is that you fooled me. Nobody does that.
You found the police.
Your wife's going to get the care she deserves from now on.
What do you mean?
You tore the heart out of so many families. Now I'm going to take something important from you. How do you think the police will react when they find an illegal cocktail of drugs in your safe? They won't think you're the ideal carer now, will they? They can't be too careful with vulnerable patients. Need to make sure they're safe.
You took the chain off the door. You opened the gates. She could have been killed.
It's the police. Open up.
Further proof that you're not capable of taking care of her.
I trusted you.
That was a mistake. How's it feel? The humiliation. Someone pulling the wool over your eyes.
Mr. Rickman, we know you're in there.
It's in the study, destroying the evidence.
Shall we go upstairs?
might like to know that we won't be helping out Ian Rickman after all.
What do you mean?
A friend of mine from the police station's just called. He's been arrested again, so your instincts were right.
Some people you just can't trust.
Just as well that you didn't have to spend any time with him. I don't know how you would have felt about that.
What?
Not because of your grandmother?
Oh, yeah.
We must stop meeting like this. I just need to ask you a few questions about the neighbourhood. Oh, what's wrong? Aren't we friends? Yeah. Do you need a hand with that? We need to talk.
Jerry! Are you here?